One of the primary reasons that we don't always think when we think we are thinking is that our brains are extremely efficient organs that work very hard to get the most thinking done using the least amount of energy possible. This focus on efficiency drives our brains to create as many cognitive shortcuts as possible. And these shortcuts are what we refer to as biases, also known as implicit biases, unconscious bias, and latent bias. Most of these cognitive shortcuts, or biases, are helpful, productive biases that allow us to live our lives more fully. Imagine if putting on pants or buttoning your shirt had to be conscious activity every morning. But many biases may speed up our brain activity at the cost of critical thought and analysis. When biases lull us into thinking that we are thinking critically, and in fact, we're taking shortcuts based on assumptions, we need to identify and interrupt these biases in order to actually do the critical thinking we intend to do. The author then goes on to identify steps that can be taken to interrupt cognitive bias and expand one's perspective and to increase one's ability to avoid the traps of cognitive bias. Similarly, the section of litigation of the American Bar Association has produced a video titled The Neuroscience of Implicit Bias. Scientists present information on how the brain works and studies showing that implicit bias has real-world consequences that run counter to social justice. The video conveys the message that implicit bias exists in each and every one of us, regardless of our desire to be fair and just.